Hi guys, welcome back to another video, and yes, it's another Takeover sort of reaction video, but this time's a lot more in depth because a lot of people around the world, in particular Newcastle fans, think the Premier League is corrupt, and although obviously I'm Newcastle fans, I'm going to be slightly biased. I do mostly agree. There are a lot of things about the Premier League lately I don't like at all involving our Takeover. But before we get into that though, if you guys are new to the channel by the way, make sure to subscribe, especially if you enjoy it. We're only like 50 subs to 6,000, so let's try and get there. Massively appreciate supporting the channel as always though. But yeah, so where should I begin this takeover? So I'm not bothered that it hasn't happened. I generally don't mind, but I'm not happy at how it's happened, how it sort of fell out really. Any fan, by the way, that supports a team outside the big six. So of course you've got both your Manchester, you've got Liverpool, Chelsea, Arsenal, Tottenham. Anyone that supports a team that is not them, get down there, sign up for this, because at some point in the future this will stitch your club up. This will happen to every single club outside the big six, because I don't know what it is. It seems to be some sort of agenda. Like, just nothing ever gets approved for any team. Sort of like out of the side is big six. Maybe just think I'm trying to like, nitpick, but like it's just ridiculous. Like, I don't understand this. Right? In my opinion, mate, I've got nothing against Man U, by the way. If this takeover and this happened to Man U, because originally they decided to go to Man U, but due to how much it costs, they want to go for a cheaper option, so they came to Newcastle. But if they went to Man U, one, I don't think it would have took 4 months, and two, I generally think it would have got approved. I honestly I don't know what it is about the Premier League. I just got that sort of iffy feeling at them really. This the clubs outside the top six just seem to get stitched over a lot. Even in terms of like VAR decisions, like there's stuff like that, little mini like nitpicks like that. Like I don't know what it is, but it just seems to be a sort of agenda against our teams. I don't know if I'm just sort of making it up, but honestly, I just feel like it exists. But anyway, my problem to this takeover is the lack of communication is a scandal. It is ridiculous. The Premier League, one of the biggest companies in the world, obviously the biggest football league in the world, hasn't cannot communicate to a football club or a pair of owners in 4 months, and bear in mind it's 4 days after it's happened. There's no explanation of why they backed out. There's just nothing. It is an absolute joke. It just paints a sort of bad picture in the Premier League really. It feels like it's sort of holding back. It feels like it's sort of like hiding out in something. Like it makes them just look like they're just, I don't know. It just looks like they're sort of hiding something, which is not good for the Premier League, but. As a sort of like picture, I sort of imagine really, because they just do nothing. They're just sort of holding back. It's just a disgrace. Like, bearing in mind that the Saudis themselves have actually bought part of Disney, like part of massive, major like, worldwide companies, and there's nowhere near taking as long as communication. Like, it's just a joke. It is an absolute joke. But yep, the reason why I think people should sign the petition, because they can't get away with stuff like this, because this will happen to any other football clubs. So I feel like everyone should just band together now. I know, of course, I'm sort of like putting out there, I'm a Newcastle fan, but this will generally stitch with other clubs. I don't know how, but it actually seems easier for takeovers happening in the Championship than it does in the Prem. The likes of Wolves, Aston Villa, of course, you've got Leeds coming in the Prem now, Sheffield United. All these teams just get takeovers just like that in the Championship. I don't know what is going on down there, but it seems to be a lot easier to get approved by the EFL than it is by the Premier League. So I don't know what's going on there. It's just ridiculous. 4 months is a joke, right? The first couple months, to be fair, COVID-19, of course, you've got to check all the players, make sure they're all safe. You've got to find out when the Premier League's come back, and you've got to, organise dates to make sure teams, can get like hotels and stuff, obviously, without getting the coronavirus. But there's 2 months later, right? There's no excuses there. There's 2 months so they can just get there, sit down, read the documents, do what they need to do. And I haven't done it. I have not communicated to the owners as well, which is a joke. How can you not communicate to someone that's paying over £300 million by a club? It's just ridiculous. But the thing is, though, the Saudi owners might generally like not got approved anyway, but we don't know the 2 sides of the story, so we can't say anything. We can only hear what we said about the Saudis, and the Saudis said the Premier League took too long, that's why we backed out. And that's the only thing we've taken, because the Premier League had just said nothing. It's just an absolute scandal. But the thing is, it affects the club a lot, of course. Newcastle would have been the richest club in world football. We would have had a massive budget, would actually have some ambition, which we don't have. We're so stagnated, it's ridiculous. The actual city itself, Newcastle, have got loads of money, and of course the food bank alone was getting loads of money from the Saudis before they even came in. But yeah, the actual league itself would have got way more money, because the likes of Saudi Arabia, of course, you've got the Prince who's actually would have owned part of Newcastle. You've got like a very loyal sort of nation to him. It would have been like a nationwide event watching Newcastle every week, it honestly would have been. But yeah, the amount of money they got him from that, and you've got new tourists, just all sorts of that sort of things coming out to see Newcastle. This affects the city a lot. It's just not good enough. You need an explanation for stuff like this. You cannot just rug this under the carpet. It is an absolute joke. that is why I think the Premier League is a scandal in that aspect. You cannot rug something like this under the carpet. It's just a joke. Simply put, it's a disgrace. It pisses me off quite a bit. You know, I'm not just trying to make this about myself, but I spend thousands of pounds every single season on Newcastle. Like, I deserve an answer. Like, all the other fans spend loads of money, so I'm not trying to make it about myself, but I was giving you my actual sort of perspective, my actual experience with Newcastle. But yeah, I just can't be arsed. I'm just done with the Premier League. I'd actually rather us go down, to be honest, just to try and get a takeover down there. And then we can just easily come back up again because our team's just way too good for the Championship, to be fair. But yeah, I'm just done with the Premier League. What's the point? We're just going to be just slightly above relegation every single season. It's shit. I don't want to be watching that every single season. I want to actually see a club try. I want to have a bunch of players trying and a bunch of players who just couldn't really care less. To be fair, a lot of them do try, but still piss poor to watch. But just pretty much I got about it. I'm going to be rambling quite a bit, but I don't understand how a company this big can actually just not communicate to someone that spent over £300 million as a club. It's just a joke. It just baffles me. It's absolutely it's just baffling. And honestly, if it was Man U had these owners coming in, bollocks, it would have took 4 months. There's no way it would have took 4 months. I do not believe that for 1 second. That's just, I'm not trying to stick a wedge at Man U. I'm not trying to just put some negative attitude on them. I'm not doing that at all. That's just my genuine opinion. I actually do think it would have took way less time with one of the big six. But yep, that's pretty much it really. Like I said, make sure you get that down there, sign a petition. It is very important to get 100,000 signatures. The government have got to respond with it in the Parliament, I guess. But I don't know what's going to happen from it, but at least we tried. But I just think this club, just annoying. It's just very annoying. How can you wait out 4 months and not give an explanation? It's a joke. Richard Masters and the Premier League can go get stuff, to be honest. I'm beyond caring anymore. I'm not even asked to go down at this point. I'm not even asked. I'd rather be in the Championship, enjoy some games, get some easy wins, and then try and get a takeover down there and come back up than I would just being stagnated in the Premier League. I just can't be bothered. This is my thoughts anyway. Let me know your opinions down below. I try my best to sort of explain how I believe it's corrupt, but it is a bit of a mess, to be honest. It's quite messy, but yeah, that's pretty much it, really. Thank you guys for watching. A bit of a nightmare at the minute at the club, but yeah, we'll see how it goes. But thank you for watching. Yes, I'll see you all later.